Hello, my name is Elias Schustock, and I'll be giving you a 5-minute short introduction to DITA, an open source architecture for all your technical writing needs. So DITA itself is an acronym that stands for Darwin Information Typing Architecture. And I don't really worry about what an architecture is or what XML is. I'll get into that later. First, I want to talk about why do we use DITA? What is DITA for? Because if you can understand why you want to use this architecture, then you'll really begin to understand how the architecture is applied and the nitty-gritty. So I think a big overview is important. So why DITA? Simple, to make life easier. Now I know that's kind of a witty answer. So how does DITA really do this? The big three things I want to highlight here are standardization, reusability, and creation. So how does DITA do this? It does it by providing architecture. DITA works with an XML architecture, extensible markup language if you're familiar with coding. If you're not, no worries. Just know it's architecture and not building architecture. It's kind of like a set of rules that provide the architectural outline for a document. So to help you understand this concept, I think a game should be fun. So we're going to play a little game, a technical writer's favorite game known as Edit the List. I'm going to show you two blocks of text, right? And on both of them, it's the same words for each, but on both of them, there is a list. And in that list, find the second thing listed. Simple. Find the second thing listed and just find it. You know, we're going to make an edit to it later, but just find it for now. And I'm going to show you one without architecture and with architecture. Ready? Without architecture. Find the item. Simple. Okay, maybe it wasn't that simple, but that's a really ugly piece of text to work with. So how can we make this easier? How can we make this game easier? We're going to use architecture. So I'm going to show you the exact same text a second time, but with architecture, and let's see if you can find that second item in the list. Ready? Find it? Simple, right? Now this is the power of good architecture. So I'll throw the shortened version of both of those up on the screen now, and side by side, it's really no contest. One of them, with architecture, is so easy to read, so easy to comprehend, you can find exactly what you want right away. And one of them, not so much. All this chunked up text, really don't know where to go. If you want to find a specific line, how difficult would that be? You would lose lots of time. See, this is why architecture is so important for working with text documents. Unlike other professions, when you're working with a lot of images and you can put them up in different places, that's easy. But with text, architecture is crucial. So remember, DITA is an architecture. That's key. But DITA's architecture, I'm going to break down how that architecture improves your life. Because remember, you're trying to save time by using DITA. And to do so, DITA has these three big functions. I like to break them up into standardize, reuse, create. Those are your key terms. Remember them. First, let's talk about standardize. Standardize, or standardization, is DITA's use of those keywords at the front with the little arrows. You break up the text into these little codes with titles, context, so forth, so on, and you just need to learn those and use them once. These will be in every single one of your written documents, and you can use them for every other DITA code or every other DITA application, and it saves you a lot of time, you know, as well as a team situation. If you're in a firm that uses DITA, all having the same code would save you so much time. The next key thing on how DITA saves you time is the creation step. So I think this image is pretty great. It's from an old Lego manual that I have. On the left is a guy with unsorted Lego pieces, and on the right he has sorted pieces. And when you're building a Lego, just like building a document, you need things quickly. You don't want to spend all day searching for a piece. That's why he sorted his pieces. And so like I showed before, when you sort things, you can have an easier time with creation, and that's very important. So the last thing I want to talk about is the simplest, reusability. DITA architecture can be transported and transformed into different types of text, different types of sources. It can be a PDF, a website, other DITA lines, it can be a Word document, whatever you need. This is the real benefit of having a uniform code because you can use it in lots of different documents, and lots of different documents have a DITA port that you can say, hey, I want a title here, document here, word here, so forth, so on. That's really important. That'll save you time. Thank you. I hope you found this useful, and use the download link.